do you go about writing a song? Like, say, for instance, how do you go from Hurricane Katrina and the events that happened there to a song like Gov? Do you just say, I want to write a song about this? I know you take about what influences you have in your life and write about them, but how do you go from those events to the song? Is it just you wake up one night and all of a sudden these lyrics are ringing in your head, or?
Well, it depends. It comes in all different kinds of ways. Sometimes they come to me at night. I have to write them down. Other times I just start thinking about it and have an instrument in my hand and just start. Got that nothing came in two forms, and the first way I wrote about it was just the old John Butler way of writing about things. It sounded like home is where the heart is, and we were dancing, the same thing. Dance like, that's just, you've done that, and it's kind of like, it's like, you're right. And I had this other melody that I wrote, but I never really expanded on. And so when I was talking to Mario, who produced the last album, I was like, which melody do you like better, this one or this one? And he's like, that one. I was like, yeah, so do I. Which was really slack of me. I don't know what I was thinking, but I wasn't really into my lyrics though. So I rewrote the lyrics and just thought about it. It usually it comes from a certain phrase, something like that. It might just come from the Gov did nothing, and you go from there. Or way on down, where they've been forgotten. City just sinking with the whole world watching. City sinking with the whole world watching. Kind of says it all. So you kind of go from there. And I just write heaps of crap. I get my books, I can't even make sense of what I write, because I'm just like, there's verses everywhere. I think there's like about 5 songs in amongst 20 pages, and I have to go, I don't know what page this is from what song it is, so just kind of have to read my hieroglyphics later and kind of piece it together. Other times it just all comes out at once, it just depends on where I'm sitting, what's happening, But I scat all the time, and then I just try to make lyrics in a crafted, poetic way fit those rhythms and melodies, because I think that's really important. I think the melody and the rhythm, they're key to me. I love rhythm. I'm addicted to rhythm. So that's how I go to write that song. And when I write about something like Danielle, I just feel like talking about love, And I haven't been able to get out of myself too much. I've gone out of myself in like Caroline or maybe, there's other songs I can't remember. But I can't really think about being another guy writing about another girl. Maybe. That's something to be interesting to do. Who knows what kind of freaky thing could come out of me. I don't know what kind of... But so I write about what gets me off about my lady, and write about the things that are going on in our lives, and it's kind of embarrassing, for her and for me. Sometimes it's like, wow, we're just letting everybody know everything about us. Maybe I should just code it up a little bit more.
Well, I think that's part of the reason why you have especially a growing fan base. But you really allow the kind of open the door, so to speak, I guess, that when it comes to your music. So
yeah, it's all there. Sometimes it'd be nice to kind of maybe not be all there, not just for privacy. And I wouldn't do it for just privacy. If it was just about my privacy, I think the art's a bit more important than my privacy. As far as when I'm an artist, you can't be thinking about privacy. It's like thinking about the chemical construct of the oil paint rather than the image that you're trying to paint. But sometimes a bit more mystery is interesting, because then people can read it how they want to read it, not to be so literal. And that's things that I play in and out of. The times I get really literal, and other times I try to stay a little bit more esoteric and a little bit more out of it. It just depends on how I feel. There's times I just don't want to bullshit, and there's other times I really want to go, okay, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about our love or our relationship, like cooking a plate of food, and I'll go about it that way, which you can explain a lot more. then, you know, but it just depends on where I'm sitting, in, you know. This, you know, with Hurricane Katrina and things like that, it was just really hard to kind of.
You know?
I was just pissed off, and I was hurt. I just had to come out the way I wanted to come out. And, you know, and something like Caroline, I was able to just put every story I've ever heard into a person, and that was great because I could just create a person who I wasn't, but who I knew.